Hi Kez, welcome to Spain. How are you feeling today?
I'm great. I'm excited.
Me too. I'm very excited that you're here today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. But yeah, how are you in general? How is the business going? How is everything? How is your life?
It's pretty good. I've been pretty much like a homebody recently. Like kind of been concentrating on doing Depop and sort of kind of just concentrating on that. I haven't really been going out or like I've been seeing friends, but in like a more like
You're being responsible.
yeah. I'm being the responsible adult I need to be, and like I'm doing for college. I'm doing an internship at the moment, and it's only 3 days a week, so I kind of have like 2 days in the week to kind of relax and also do Depop, so I don't have to do it all in one day. That makes sense?
No, of course. So, yeah, you're kind of delegating yourself the right
so
time.
I've been relaxed.
Very good.
Not stressed.
Well, you sound busy though.
I'm busy, but like it's a happy busy. Like I'm enjoying it and I'm enjoying myself. And like I'm really enjoying what I'm doing, and it's exciting to like be like, oh my god, I get to do this tomorrow. I'm so excited.
I'm so happy that because you're so young, and I'm so happy to hear that from a person that is like, oh, I'm still in college, but I'm leading my own business and I'm just content at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I'm just enjoying my life. No like crazy partying or, you know, because we often like, I think COVID made me rethink the whole partying thing.
Yeah.
Because I actually discovered that I never really liked it. You know, like I just genuinely like being at home, reading my book, or, you know, not everybody's like me. I understand that as well. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I actually like my home.
Yeah, I'm kind of in between. Like I'm not an introvert or an extrovert. I'm like
you're in that sweet middle, yeah.
Yeah, so I get my social battery runs out a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, I'm spending the weekend at home. Or like I could be like, I really want to go out for drinks with my friends this weekend, and I'll go like I go to Rat House a lot.
Yeah.
I love going to Rat House. It's like because it's always dress up.
Yeah.
It's always themed. So I'm like, I can't wait to dress up for Rat House and go to Rat House.
I love that.
Otherwise, I don't really go out. I like going to something where there's a theme.
With a purpose. Like, oh, this event is happening, let me go there and kind of have my own fun. Yeah, I love that. Well, before we go into all the lovely conversation about your business, I want to ask you to introduce yourself and just tell us a bit what you do.
So, my name's Kez. I'm South African, and I moved to Ireland when I was 17, and I'm currently 22. And I own a little Depop shop called Kezklozet, and I've been doing that seriously for like a year. In a few months, maybe.
Well, first of all, congrats. Congrats for that step and for taking it, because you said you're 22, so like, congrats. Just I'm gonna say that for now, because I can imagine how busy it is. And you've been here like, how long? 4 or 5 years?
I think it's gonna be 7 years.
7 years.
I think.
Oh wow.
Wait, actually, I moved here when I was like 15. I'm such a liar.
No, that's fine. No, because whenever I'm saying, it's really funny because I moved out of Serbia when I was 17.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like always like, how many years is this? 7 or 8? And then I just say 8 sometimes, but it's actually 7, or I say 7 and it's 8, you know, and I never know. Like I was like, which date I moved from?
It's so confusing.
It's very confusing. But how it is, because it's kind of, you were growing up in South Africa, obviously, and then you moved here. How it is to see the difference. And you were still kind of growing up when you moved here in a way. So how that affected you and how that kind of inspired you to start what you're starting at the moment?
I suppose the first few years in Ireland was a bit rough mentally for me.
Imagine,
I was kind of like, I think as I was, just before I moved, I kind of was like, my life had settled down. Like I was kind of like, I was obviously a teenager, but like I had a really good group of friends, and like I was pretty like, oh, I hate saying like popular or whatever, like not popular, but like I knew a lot of people, and I was like really good for connections and all that stuff. So I was quite happy, and I didn't want to move at all, but like just the situation there is so bad. I mean, there's no like wall or anything, but it's just super corrupt, and like
I can understand.
There was nothing for me there. Like I couldn't go to university there. Kind of, like not that I couldn't, but I don't think I would have been able to get into university there.
Yeah, I understand.
It's also super expensive, and I wasn't very good at school, so it's kind of like you have to put all that into consideration. So
is it kind of the concept you need to have very, very good grades to go?
Yeah, it's very
kind of to get a scholarship or something.
Yeah, so like if you're in school there, it's very like competitive with students, and like I was always friends with people who were super smart, and I was just like not smart at all. I'd be getting like 50% for like all my stuff. So and then they'd be getting like 90 to 100%. So it was just like I was just not smart. I was just never like.
No, I don't think it's I don't think
academic smart. Yeah.
Academic smart. Yeah, I always say like I was studying like crazy all the time. Like when I was in Serbia, and I was a nerd. Like I'm a pure definition of nerd. You know, I was really studying hard because of the reason that I was expecting to go to university, and I was like, okay, I need to work so hard if I want to accomplish anything, you know, in that way, or at least they feed you this kind of information.
Yeah, like if you don't get good grades, you're not going to do anything with
exactly.
your life.
And then I got pure chance that my dad wanted to move out and kind of seek a better life for us, you know? And I got this pure like open door for me, like, oh, I'm going with you. I don't care about anything. I'm just going to follow you blindly and that's it. And weirdly enough, as you said, for me, it was very rough at the beginning as well. But then after I was like, so many doors opened for me, and I realized how much I hated school, how much I hated that pressure on me of, oh, you're not gonna be successful if you don't do this, and then you prove everybody wrong, and then you're very, very like satisfied. But yeah, it's a very, very tough situation. But I want to go back to the fact that you started your own business. Like, have you always knew that you want to do fashion?
I've always had an interest in fashion, and it also comes back to growing up in South Africa and like. I think I said this when we had a little call. Like I was lucky enough to go to a private school, and I know that's not. I didn't grow up rich, but was lucky enough to go to private school. But that's like a whole other story in itself of why I was able to go to private school. Yeah. I don't really want to get into that, but
no.
So I was always around rich people, and kind of like they always got like the new stuff, or like they'd always go like to the shops and like to the nice shops, like say Urban Outfitters or like those high end shops, and get like all these new clothes and the new stuff. And I was kind of always jealous, and I wasn't ever really able to like dress as nice as they did, or like I'd kind of have like I just wasn't able to like express myself. And I really wanted to. I was really interested in like dressing nice, but it was kind of more from a materialistic point of view rather than like I want to dress cool. And then I think one day my granny was giving out one of her jackets. She didn't want it anymore, and I was like, I'll take that. And it was obviously just a hand-me-down, and I still have this jacket to this day. I should have actually brought it with me today, but I still wear it to this day. It's a nice light, like summer kind of zip-up.
Zip-up, yeah.
So beautiful. I still have it. And I think when I got that jacket, I just wore it to death. I always got compliments when I wore it. And then I kind of asked my mom, and like I was like, hey, like, can you ask your friends if they can get their hand-me-downs given to me? And I just kind of started getting all these hand-me-downs from like my mom's like richer friends, because she was also kind of friends with richer people. And I think it kind of just started from the love of fashion there. And then moving here, I think I was not into fashion when I first moved here. I was kind of a bit like sad and like
you were just finding your place, like, I think. It's kind of finding your, where am I? Let me first figure out my mental state, and then I will express myself physically as well in a way. And
then I think just before COVID hit, I started going to charity shops. Like literally just maybe like a few months before COVID hit, I started going to charity shops. Or no, maybe the summer before. Yeah, the summer before COVID, because I remember it was because I would visit South Africa every year in the summer, and I got these baggy pair of like golf Tommy Hilfiger trousers, and I also wore them to death, and I'd wear them with like a Nike crew neck. And I have photos on my Instagram. I could send them to you if you want.
Please do, yeah.
Pop them on.
Would love that.
Like I would just wear them to death with like all these cool tops, or like I could like cut up a pennies like thermal top, and like thought I was so cool. I had these little like Bon Jovi glasses, I think. Like,
love that.
Thought I was so cool. Thought I was like amazing. And so the charity shopping started happening, and then I think I just had too many clothes. Well, not too many clothes, but like I got bored of clothes, and I kind of wanted to get rid of them. So I was kind of like, oh, Depop exists.
Yes.
So I got Depop, and I started putting stuff up, but like once in a while, like never crazy. And I never really took it seriously. I think when was COVID, like 2020. And then sort of COVID kind of was dying down, and I had moved to a different town, and the town I live in has like 6 charity shops, like loads of charity shops. So I would go to all the charity shops and like literally like hand pick pieces that like
that you like,
either I would like or like I knew that would sell. And like obviously I've said this before, I do feel bad doing that, because it's like you're taking from charity, and then like selling it. Like I just
it's up for discussion, because I don't believe that it's. We talked about this on the call as well, and I don't know. I think you do have a skill, and when you say hand picking, it is a hand picking actually, because you are picking something that you genuinely like, and you're still giving money to the charity. Yeah. But you know, it's a kind of. It's a circle that exists, and you just handpick. It's kind of styling and kind of selecting in terms of, and some people will like that, because some people can't go to charity and choose that piece. Like I know for myself, styling is super hard. Like, you know, and if I go to charity or even to flea market or whatever, when I'm picking secondhand clothes, is very, very hard for me to find that piece. That's why people like you exist, to help us kind of select a certain.
You have to go in with like a really open mind, I think, when you go charity. Like I would never have like a list being like, I want a fur coat or I want this. I kind of just go and I look.
Explore.
It's just like you have to go in with like an open mind. So so the charity shopping happened, and then I think it was last year, and coming up to April, I was like, right, I need to start taking this seriously. And I was doing loads of research on like how all these big Depopers sort of get their stock. I wanted to know how they did that, and I was like, I can't afford to travel to different countries and go to like the big flea markets all the time, because that's just, it's crazy expensive to do that, like once a month, and even paying for the suitcase to come back, like you'd only have like enough stock for like maybe a month as well, so then you have to go back. So I was like, how are they doing this? And I found this company I can't even remember what they called, in the UK, and I was like, right, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and buy this Y2K box from them. And it was like the most awful box ever. Like literally so bad. I still have stuff on my Depop up from them. I think like one item out of the I think it was a 10-piece box, and I think I paid like €140 for it. And like it's not a bad price, and I think that was with customs and everything, but it was just like you know, when your heart just drops and you're like, oh my god,
because
I
it's
just
not the
spent money.
pieces. It's not the pieces that you wanted.
Yeah, so I was kind of like, oh, and then I did like way more research, and I was like, right, I need to like find someone or some company that just has like good clothes, and like it was just a lot of research and kind of like back and forth, like, and I got a new supplier after that, and I had used them for a while, but like it was kind of like very hit or miss with the stock that they would give me. It was kind of like, some of it was really good, but some of it was kind of like, like no one's really going to buy this, but like I'll put it up anyway. And that's kind of when it started growing, because it was good stuff but also bad stuff. So then it just started
moving from there.
But I still wasn't really doing it correctly, because I would post, like I'd probably get a box like every 2-3 months. And like on Depop you have to be so active, like you have to be posting like,
I know Depop is so demanding, isn't it? Like, and it takes money from you as well. Okay, they give you service, you need to kind of pay for that service or whatever. But even to reach the top seller or to get the verification little tick, it's so exhausting, I think. Because I talked with many people that are struggling with this, and it's kind of like, oh my God, you know? And I don't know if it is for you, but would you like to have a website one day?
I've actually been looking at like Shopify and stuff. I'd love to have a website, and I'm like, I studied graphic design. So in my internship, I was talking to, he does like a lot of website design and like content. He did content creation for social media and stuff, and I was talking to him about it, and he was like, it's such a good thing to do, because like it's still expensive, but it's better than paying 10% per item that you sell. Like it's probably like, it works out to be a little bit less, depending obviously how well you do, but like,
and I love that you can incorporate like your experience as a graphic designer as well into making your website exactly how you want it to look, you know. So that's also another creative side that you can kind of put it out there, you know. It's kind of another skill as well, because Shopify is not that easy either.
No.
I know, because now I work with Shopify and it's super hard. Some stuff are like, it's complicated.
It's so
like,
complicated.
Yeah, but you said a lovely story that I think a lot of people can relate to.
Yeah.
Especially with how you got into all of this and how you got into fashion, because I know when I was a little girl, like I always wanted to look this certain way, or I had these ideas, but then at the same time it wasn't affordable. Or, you know, I went to school, and you know, when one kid has those sneakers,
the new sneakers that everyone wants, like the superstars.
For me it was those Air Max Nikes.
Oh
my God, like I really wanted them, but they were like, now when I think about it, they were like, I think even today they're like around 10,000 dinars, which would translate into 100 euros or something. And my parents could never afford that. So I was like, I remember even I was dreaming to have them and, you know, all of this like stuff. And now when I'm like older, I don't want them, you know, but it's like, wow, like if I discovered secondhand or charities before like this, it would be so much different.
And the stuff would be, I feel like it's so hard to find good stuff in the charity shop now because everyone goes charity shopping. And I'm like, imagine I went charity shopping back then.
Back then when nobody
how
knew
good
about
would
it.
the stuff have been? Like,
before it became so trendy and popular. Like I think here it is very trendy and popular, but like when I think about Serbia, I think it's just on the way to become more popular. So I think people still have a chance to go, and I hope people that are listening, I hope they are, even from whichever country they are, I hope they are doing this. But not just from the perspective of sustainability, but also from the perspective of kind of just expressing yourself.
Yeah, it's so much easier. I love like finding pieces that I love dressing not like everyone else. Like obviously I still like, I hate like follow trends or whatever, but like I still feel like I have different pieces from everyone else. Like I don't have the same top everyone has from like Zara or whatever.
No.
Sorry, Zara.
No, not at all. Like I am really against Zara. Like I am completely against it because first of all, from sustainability point, they're horrible. And as you said, everybody has that top. So obviously you don't want to look like everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't think so, at least. Maybe there is somebody out there who wants to look like someone else, but I don't really think so. Like I think we are all very individual and I think we all want to express just ourselves. But yeah, I love that story and I like that you shared that. But where do you see, for example, where would you like Closet Kez to go from here?
I really want my own shop. Like I would I'd love to just sit in a shop all day and like watch people come in and like try on the clothes I have and just look at them and be like, that's so nice. Like, I don't know, it's just like such a little dream of mine. And my mom's like, I can't wait for you to open a shop and I can work there on the weekends or something. Like she's so excited for me as well. She's so supportive. She's probably like, obviously my friends are super supportive as well, but my mom's like up there.
Number one fan.
Yeah, she is like number one fan for
Shout
sure.
out to the mom.
Yeah. She's been very good. Yeah, I'd love to have my own shop. Obviously, like I'd have to wait to graduate and like technically like if I dropped out, my parents would be like, what the hell are you doing? So like I'm not going to be dropping out of college.
No, of course, yeah. How it is to incorporate those two things now at the moment, because I can see you're very passionate about your business at the moment, and how it is to kind of balance that with your studying.
Well, we actually don't do exams or anything, so it's just kind of like, and obviously I'm on an internship at the moment, so we don't have any like proper projects, and it's like a 9 to 5, so it's like I don't have to do work when I'm home.
Amazing.
And like 3 days a week, so I don't have a job at all either. Like I quit my job in September to focus on Depop on the weekends because I was like, right, this job is killing me mentally.
What did you used to do, if you don't mind me asking?
I was so it's really strange. I was actually a chef in a vegan cafe.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. The only reason why I got it was because before that job, I was working in a food truck. And just like frying goujons and chips. That was my
it's
my
so interesting
job.
To see what experience people have. I love these type of stories because it's so funny where you started and where you're kind of going, because it doesn't have any sense. Like it's just like, oh, I did this and I did that, but actually the experience is kind of connected in a way as well. So yeah, you take something from anything in the end. From any job you take something.
Well, I know how to cook now. I can make some nice food sometimes.
I love that.
Yeah, it was kind of strange. Like it'd be like I'd have to wake up at 5 a.m. to get to work.
Oh,
and
no,
like
that's disaster.
To like obviously work full weekend, college 5 days a week. So like if I did Depop, like obviously I'd get home at like maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'd kind of be able to do Depop, but I would never be able to do it to like how I fully wanted to do it, because I wouldn't have time to like kind of try on clothes or like measure clothes, because it takes so long to do that.
Yeah.
So now that I actually have time on the weekend to do that, I can proper like measure jeans, and like especially jeans that don't fit me, or like stuff that doesn't fit me. I can't like
predict what
try
size
it on.
it is.
Yeah. So I just measure everything, and it's a lot better, because I also hate like some people are still like, hey, what do these look like on? And I'm like, they don't fit me. I'm so sorry. Like, and it's.
But that's the thing with secondhand. You can't. Each body is so different that at the end of the day, you won't be able to kind of show them how it looks on, maybe on a mannequin or something. But even then, like it's super, super not realistic.
Yeah.
But do you do like the returns or refunds and this type of stuff?
See, like I'd love, like I do returns, but only if it's like a valid reason. Like if someone's
Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
hey, this, like say if I've measured a pair of jeans and someone like I know how to measure. I don't think I'm silly when it comes to measuring, but like measured a pair of jeans and they're kind of like, oh, maybe this doesn't fit, and I'm kind of like I did measure it, but it's never really happened. Like I've had a few experiences where someone wrote their wrong address and it got sent back to me, and they were like, it was kind of not anyone's fault really.
It happens.
I gave them a full refund, and I was like,
what to do?
Yeah, like I would give refunds for like obviously valid reasons, but you do get those people sometimes who are like I think I followed one girl on Instagram. She was like, hey, this never came, and then sure enough, like 2 days later she was wearing the thing on her story. And I was like, actually, and then I
why are you lying?
Yeah, I didn't give her a refund, and I just reported it to Depop, and I blocked her and unfollowed her off Instagram.
Imagine how, people do that. Like I know a lot of people that do this with Amazon in particular. Amazon is big corporation, so I genuinely don't care. But I know that like I really don't care about Amazon. But I know that a lot of people report to Amazon, I didn't receive this, and I need to get it again, and then they get like another item completely, So that's kind of sad that people are trying to do that, because
especially
it's a
for
small business, like
it's a bit sad, and it's like I don't have a job, and it's like
this is my income.
Like, I barely make money as it is. Like I don't know why you're trying to scam me, but like it barely happens. Like it's not like I have like literally the most lovely customers ever. They're always so sweet. Like I've never really had. That's probably the only bad experience I've really had with people.
I love I think it was the reel on your Instagram that I saw. It's kind of unpacking the process and stuff like that. I love those videos because I genuinely do care about the packaging when it arrives. And since I actually don't buy from fast fashion at all. So whenever my item arrives at home, I always get like a little note from the small business, and you get like a personalized message and everything. And it's so much more meaningful.
Yeah.
And I think people don't talk about that enough. Like it's like from fast fashion, you don't get anything. Like you just get a plastic packaging and that's all. But
maybe a hole in your clothes too or something.
But from small businesses, it's so personalized and so lovely.
Yeah, I do these little stickers.
Yeah,
I love my little
saw
stickers. Yeah, I think I get
that.
them from Amazon or something.
No, but that's okay, because at the end you need to start from somewhere. Yeah, I know I'm like shading all these like big corporations, but unfortunately we do need to use them, and we all buy from Zara at some point in our lives, but that's the thing, we're just trying to be better. That's all.
Gotta start small.
Gotta start small, yeah. But I love your dream of having the shop. That's so lovely. And I think you're the first person that said, I just want to sit in my shop and wait for people to come in.
Because it's so exciting.
Yeah, I worked in the shops. Like I used to work in Tommy Hilfiger before, like a long time ago. And I hated it so much.
Retail, I've always heard. I think I actually worked a retail job for a month. Yeah. And I like had the chef job, quit the chef job because I was like, I want to do this
but the chef job I understand. Well, I don't understand because I never worked as a chef, but I did work at the airport and I needed to wake up like at 4.
Oh my god, where did you work at the airport?
Not here, not in Dublin. I used to work in Malta at the airport. Yeah, it was one of those shops that kind of sells luxury items. Yeah. It was kind of Max Mara, Longchamp, and I don't know, like Armani and this type of vibes, and I just didn't like it at all. But you start your shift at 6 a.m. and I was waking up at 4:30 or something like that, and it was just devastating.
It's not fun.
So either you get that shift or you get a very long shift in the evening as well.
It's just not worth it.
Not worth it at all.
I don't think it is.
I lasted, I think, 6 months or so, but I was like, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah.
I have this kind of attitude whenever I start something, this is the best thing, this is for me, and then it's not. It's like completely wrong for the reasons that you're going after, and you're like, okay, I need to go away from here and start something else.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for the experience anyway. Like now I know for sure that I want to work at the airport ever again.
I'd hate to work at an airport, to be honest.
Yeah. But to go back to Kezklozet, Kez, where the name is coming from? I know your name is Kez, but closet is spelled with K. And I actually wanted to tell you this over our call. It's literally, that's how I would spell it in my language.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Yeah.
With a Z as well? Or?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no
closet.
way.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. It makes
So I wanted
sense
to ask you, why did you decide to go by those letters? Or
it's just because Kez, K-E-Z, closet,
very,
K-Z.
yeah.
I don't know.
Fair
I
enough.
just wanted to make it a bit
Make it connected
cohesive.
to your name. Yeah.
I just wanted it to match. I'm still like uncertain about the name. Like I don't know.
Oh, would you like to kind of rebrand at some point?
I don't know because I think it kind of sticks really well at the moment.
It
but
does.
it's kind of like people are like, "Are you in the closet or something?" And I'm like, "Do you know what I mean?" And I'm like, "No."
I got
just
so
have
confused by
vintage
that.
clothes."
Like, I was like, why would they ask? And then I understood. Like,
I'd be like, "No, it's just like I just think it goes well." I think I had my
It goes
username.
well, yeah.
I think I had my username as like probably Kez Platt, like my Instagram username. I actually don't remember what I had it as, but I think it was just my like Instagram, my personal Instagram
I
handle.
like it because it's kind of like your wardrobe. Come
Yeah.
into my wardrobe and see what's out there. You
Yeah.
know, that's how I imagined when I looked into your profile and I saw your Instagram as well. I was like, oh, I'm going into this girl's wardrobe and I'm buying her wardrobe in a way, you know. And I think that's kind of what name associates with, you know. And it's cool because I love some pieces that I saw there, like on your Depop as well. Like there's some cool stuff. And I see that you like Y2K, no?
Yeah, so like it is like Y2K stuff, and I know like when you think of Y2K, you kind of think of like all that Shein stuff that was happening in, like, you know, kind of like the silly little butterfly tops. Like I kind of like that kind of pops into your head, but I think like the 2000s it's a long time. Like it's it's a lot of years
Yes.
to like, so you can't
really
nail
pinpoint
it down to like
Yeah.
that like vibrant pink or like the, you know, do you know what I mean, like those weird like Shein
No.
core kind of outfits that people were wearing during COVID and stuff. And I think like Y2K is so much more than that. Like there's so much more styles in Y2K than just like low waist
Absolutely.
jeans and like juicy
Yeah,
couture.
yeah,
Do you know?
because I think when I say Y2K, for me it is like a low-waisted jeans and like a mini tops
Yeah.
and, as you said, butterflies and stuff like that. But I do like those tops.
Yeah.
You know, like I genuinely like them, and if you're buying them secondhand, there is nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. You know what I mean? Just don't buy from fast fashion
Yeah.
in a way. But did you ever thought from the aspect of sustainability, oh, I'm doing this also for the planet in a way, or did you just simply start it because of fashion? And say honestly, because there is no right or wrong answer here.
I
I'm
think
just
it's
curious.
It's a bit of both. Like I think I just knew buying secondhand was cheaper than buying new as well. And a lot of the times like vintage items are actually a lot better quality.
Yeah,
I find like
they are.
vintage leather is so nice.
Oh my god, yes.
And like just, I don't know, like I'm wearing completely vintage, not completely vintage today, but most of the items I'm wearing are secondhand, and like all the secondhand items I have in my closet, like they're not falling to pieces, and they're a good few years old as well.
I remember as well when I was like a small kid, like leather jackets were so like in, but at the same time you couldn't afford them because they're like 200-300 euros or even more sometimes, depending from where you're buying. But now I have my two favorite leather jackets in my closet. One is black and one is red. And I love them so much, both of them. They're very similar, just different color pretty much, but they're both secondhand, and I paid them like 60-something euros, you know? And I was like, people can have this. Just go
It's
up.
easy.
It's easy, yeah.
I know charity shopping isn't accessible to everyone, but it's such a good place to just start, I think.
Exactly.
Like it's so easy to do as well if you like have an open mind and you kind of like know what your style is, and like you're not gonna, you know, like not what you want. I know I said earlier don't make a list, but like you know what your own personal style is and you know what you're gonna like and what you're not gonna like. I think it's easier from there.
That kind of connects to the question that I wanted to ask you. If you met someone who doesn't buy secondhand at all, what would be the advice that you would give them?
I think you just have to I think you probably just have to figure out yourself. That's such a tough thing to say, but like.
No, I agree in a way.
You just have to be really creative, or not super creative, but I think you need to realize that you can have fun with so many things. Like you can get a cardigan and you can just wear it buttoned, or you can like play around with the buttons, or you could wear a top as a skirt or a skirt as a top. And I think there's so much you can do with clothes that people don't realize. Like you could, like say you had this midi skirt, you could pipe it up and pop a top over it and make it like a little mini skirt. I've done that so many times. Or like this is a dress under here that I'm wearing. And, like, you could make, like I wear it as a top a lot if I want to, because it's too cold to wear a dress now, but like
And we are in Ireland.
Yeah, I think you just need to realize that there's so much to do, and there's so many like tips and tricks on like TikTok and Instagram and whatever sort of app you use. Like,
Yeah.
just look at all the tips and tricks on there. I don't know, like I've just always charity shopped here, so it's kind of
Yeah,
like,
I think for me was the first time when I got into this, I needed to tell myself you need to have an open mind.
yeah,
I think it's just kind of, you can, some days you're not going to find anything. It's not like shopping fast fashion, because in fast fashion you can always find something
yeah,
that even though you don't need it, you're just going to get it because, you know. But when you're going to flea market or charities, there are days that you're not going to find
yeah.
anything.
That's
like,
yeah, that's what also people need to realize. Like, because I was lucky, because obviously the town I live in, 6 charity shops, like loads.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I wouldn't find anything that I liked, and like you're gonna feel a bit down because you've like wasted time or whatever. But like you've gone on a walk, you've got outside, you know, like it's still like a little adventure. But like
Adventure,
you
exactly.
can't, like that's why I also say you can't go in specifically looking for something, because then you're not gonna find anything. You have to go in with like an open mind, and if you don't find anything, that's
I said
fine
this
too.
in the last episode as well, but I was searching for jeans for so long, and jeans just didn't want it to come to me.
Yeah.
Like I hated it so much, and then you said like, because probably I was searching for that specific thing,
Yeah.
you know, and when you're searching for that specific thing, it's just not coming to you, you know. And now I'm just like, if I find them, I find them. If I don't find them, it's fine. Like it's okay, you know. I don't care.
I think jeans are the worst things to shop for, to be honest. Like
Yes.
I hate shop. I'm trying to look for a new pair of jeans because my favorite jeans, I think they're Gap carpenter jeans that I got in a charity shop.
Yeah.
And carpenter jeans, I think they were actually owned by like a carpenter, whatever they're called, and he obviously went like this a lot. So the material was like thin and it ripped. And now I have ripped jeans, and like I don't mind ripped jeans, but like I'm not like
You want the normal
biggest,
pair,
they were really cool without the rips. So
I know.
I don't know, I'm a bit sad about it.
I'm the same, and I had this huge. Before I even came to Ireland, I had this huge love for Levi's, you know, and I was always imagining, oh, I want a pair of good old vintage Levi's, you know, and then I came here and I tried 501s on me, and they're just not made for me, like for my body type, and it was so soul crushing, you know. I was like, why they can't look nice on me, you know. And then Monica, the girl that I work with, she said to me, Anja, it's just not for your body type. You need to understand that some things are not for you. And I was like, okay, you know, like so disappointed.
I hate being told I'm wrong.
Yeah, I hate being told that I'm wrong, but I love seeing them on other people, you know.
They're
and then
so cool. They're such a good fit, to be honest.
Yes.
I don't look good in them either. Like
it's just a no for me.
Yeah.
I can we can relate on that. But jokes aside, now I wanted to ask you as well. Do you do anything else in your life that is sustainable? Anything from walking to, I don't know, not eating meat, or I don't know, like it can be anything.
Like I use like I don't know, this is so sad. This is such a sad answer for me. I use like maybe a bamboo toothbrush, or like I live with other people, and like it's kind of like my like me and my mom live with like another mom and her daughter, so
nice.
We're not kind of in charge of what we eat in a way, like if that makes sense. So it's kind of hard to like, I'd love to cut out meat and like, but I do reduce my meat eating. I have reduced it a lot in the coming
That's actually
years.
a lot of work already, because I know, like I said many times here as well, like I was vegetarian for a while, and then I started eating back meat, but I'm trying, you know, to not eat as much at least. So even I know people do like these vegan Mondays, or you know, even though you're not a vegan in general, like it's not your diet, but at least you're still, that one a day makes a difference. So even reducing it, it's a lot already. So you don't need to be perfect to actually contribute to the planet.
I drink oat milk as well.
Me too. So. Yeah, I love oat milk. Well, I can't drink normal milk, so I kind of need to find a different thing, you know. So my stomach just doesn't.
Yeah, I'm like I can't eat like tofu that much, or like chickpeas are like my worst enemy, and I love hummus so much, and chickpeas are like my worst enemy ever. Like they hate me.
Oh, no way!
So
it's the first time I hear this.
Yeah, chickpeas and like loads of like. I can't eat onions either.
Wow.
Like, well, I eat them.
Does it bother your stomach, or?
Oh.
Wow. That's interesting, because my mom, for example, she can't eat mushrooms, you know. So yeah, it's so sad. Like, and she loves mushrooms, so it's kind of very
sad.
Or quinoa. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
She can't eat that either, and I was like, I just have problem with milk, you know, like that's my thing. But I was like, that's so sad. Chickpeas I never heard, and I love chickpeas myself, so I'm really getting
so sad.
So
or like,
sad, yeah.
I can't eat like, for some reason I can't eat chips, like deep fried chips.
That might be because of oil.
I think
the
it's
amount
the oil,
of oil.
yeah. Like,
that happens to me sometimes.
Or like fried chicken. Like I can't eat like just fried stuff. Like really fried stuff. Like in college when I'm having like I don't feel like packing lunch or something, I would get like you get a box of chips for like $1.70. Yeah. And it's like they're like sometimes you have a really good day with chips and they're like beautiful crispy chips. But like when I get home, it's like over for me. Yeah. It's like not a good day.
Not a good day.
It's not a good day after that.
We are not going out tonight. No, I know that because I have a problem. Like I can't eat pizza, pasta, and like this type of stuff. In the evenings, I can have it throughout the day, but in the evening, like for dinner, I can't because if I go to bed straight after, my stomach is just not going to process it. Yeah. And I never went to the doctor to see what's the problem because it's not.
I don't want to go to the doctor in this country. I love Ireland, but like they're just going to put me on antibiotics.
I agree with that as well. That's a completely other thing, but
that's another conversation.
That's another conversation, unfortunately, because I am so angry because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And I actually wore braces here when I came. Like I did my whole teeth thing here. Like I was going to the dentist all the time, and I paid so much money.
It's so expensive.
I counted one day as a joke with my boyfriend. Like I was like, oh, let's count how much money I spent on dentist, and it was up to 10,000 euros. No. And I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna go to corner and cry. Like, it was obviously not 10,000 euros at once, but like, it was kind of monthly thing. I'm happy with my teeth. I love my teeth now, but at the same time, it's like
they're lovely.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, why did I suffer so much? At least why my wallet suffers so much, you know. But yes. I want to go back to your shop actually as well. What can we expect from you from very soon, like this year? Do you have any plans of what you want to do this year or how you want to approach? Or
I kind of have plans, but I don't know if I like think really big a lot of the time. Like I'm like, I do think a bit big, but it's not like I think big and then I'm like disappointed that I don't do it. I just have really big dreams.
Yeah, I understand.
And like they either come super soon or like they might not come at all. But I'd love to start also going to countries and like maybe going to like Italy or Spain or I was just in Lisbon and I went to this huge flea market and I got this skirt from there and
love it.
These shoes. So I was very happy going there and it's just like I'd love to do that whole handpick thing. Like I think do you know Remas?
No.
It's just she's a vintage. I don't know if she does it on Depop anymore. She has her own shop. I think they're based in London.
Okay.
I think she started on Depop and now she just has her own shop and website. But like I always see her TikTok videos where she goes like to different countries and just goes to these huge flea markets that are all just like clothes that are going to go to like landfill or something. And she just like goes through them. And she's wearing like a mask and like gloves and like I want to be that girl. Like, and she brings her mom with as well. And I'm like,
Mom, let's pack your bags, let's go.
And it's an excuse to travel as well, I think.
Yeah,
so I'd love
definitely.
to do that. Like, I think I'm actually going to Italy in like 2 weeks.
Oh, amazing.
And I'm hoping...
I'm going in April, but I'm going to Rome. I'm not sure where you're going.
I think I'm going to Bergamo.
Oh, nice. Very nice. It's my first time there, so
yeah, it's my first time too. So I don't know if you're going to be going to like a flea market kind of thing, but...
I heard nice things about Rome, not regarding flea markets, but in general second-hand shops and vintage shops. So I'm very excited. I have a list of shops that I'm going to go to, so I'm very excited.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
And because I go to Spain every year, my boyfriend's aunt and uncle have an apartment there that we're allowed to use. And we go to Malaga.
Oh yes.
The vintage shops are so cheap there. They don't really have flea markets there. I never really went to a flea market
because
there,
the same for me. Like my boyfriend's parents live in the south of Spain, and
stop it. We're
so
lucky.
We are so lucky. Yeah. Shout out to the boyfriend.
He's like, I'm gonna watch this afterwards as well.
But honestly, like I do love to shop there because everything is. There is no big shops, you know. There is no like these giants like corporations, at least where they live. So it's very nice to kind of explore, even for the jewelry and stuff like that. All my rings are from there, you know. Like I love picking jewelry there as well. So very, very nice. But I wanted to tell you that you should go to Berlin because
I was in Berlin in
did you
March
visit
last
the?
year, but we didn't go to the flea markets.
Oh my god, you should.
We went to like we went to that. Do you know the big one? The big market.
The
that
biggest one,
happens.
yeah.
What's it called?
I forgot the name now.
It's in like that big park.
Yeah, I was there.
But everything was so expensive there as well. Like it kind of felt like I was in Temple Bar or something.
Oh,
it was
okay.
like Temple Bar was in Berlin. Like
Yeah.
I didn't find it wasn't like a flea.
I found like I didn't find anything secondhand. My best friend, she bought like a kimono that
Ooh.
was done, like the artist was there and
Yeah.
he actually draws everything on it, and it was pricey. I think she paid like €60 for it, but it was not secondhand. Everything was upcycled,
Yeah.
and then he drew on it as well, so it was super sustainable and everything.
Ooh,
So
I think
we were visiting more of this type of artists,
Yeah.
and then I went to see like furniture and stuff like that, because I'm super into furniture. So
like interior design.
yeah, I love it.
Oh.
I love old dark woods, you know, this type of stuff. So I like looking at it, even
I
though
actually
they're
wanted to be
expressing.
an interior designer.
No
When I
way.
was like, just before I discovered my love for graphic design, I was
I
like,
love how we're
It's
just
great.
becoming friends right now. I was like, oh, that's so lovely. I love that. Very good.
we're creative.
Creative
Yeah.
minds. Yeah, I like that a lot. Well, I'm very excited. I hope you will accomplish that this year and to
Yeah.
go to different countries, because I know you will explore much more than just like charities.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I want to have my mask and my gloves on, digging through clothes.
and digging through dirt. Let's go.
I
Let's do
love
this.
like finding stuff. It's like that's why I love getting, because the wholesale I get, it's mystery. Like I
It
just
is,
get like a
yeah.
special category that relates to what I want, and then
Yeah.
it's like when I get it, when it comes to my house, I'm like, oh my goodness. It's
Let's
like a
see what's
little-
out there.
It's like it's like, you know, when you
Yeah.
go shopping and you get a shopping haul. It's like that. It's like the retail therapy in a way, but like I know I'm not keeping it for myself, but it's
But
still like
it's gonna find a new home.
it's like the best. Like I just got a box there like the other day, and I'm so excited to put
So
the
we can
pieces
expect
up.
new stock.
Oh yeah, and it's a good box. It's
Ooh,
good things coming.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. I can't wait. I'm excited. Well, we're coming to the end.
Oh.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, we can do part 2 anytime you
Oh,
want. But I still have 3 questions for you that are more related to the values of the podcast. And the first one is, what community means for you?
I was actually thinking about this because I never really thought about it before, but I think
Mhm.
community is like just having support and people supporting you and you supporting people. Like I think support is such a big thing that, like, not that I rely on it, but it's so nice having support from
Yeah.
people, and it creates a community within itself.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, I think it's just kind of having support. I think
Yeah, funnily enough, I put community as one of the values, because I don't know why, but when we were like in those teenage years and using Tumblr and stuff like that,
oh
for
gosh,
me,
I miss Tumblr.
yeah, but I never really found my space in like online
Yeah.
community, and I actually just wanted an online community.
Yeah.
Because I know that I express myself better when I'm behind the camera, you know, like I like editing and I like all this little stuff that I post, you know, and it really brings me joy. And I just genuinely wanted people to see that and kind of be like a big group of friends, you know, when you
Yeah.
have like those dreams, oh, let's just be
I
friends, you
love
know.
that. I want to make friends with so many people online, but I'm
Yeah.
too scared to reach out to
I
them.
know,
I'm like,
and it was one of my fears. I actually genuinely thought I'm not gonna have enough people to interview for the podcast.
no.
And I was thinking, how am I gonna do this, you know? And then all of a sudden I got such a nice response.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is the value of it, you know? Like, this is exactly what I imagined to kind of have. So exactly what you said, it's kind of people supporting other
Yeah.
people, and it's just genuinely like so nice. So I can relate to that very, very much. The second question is, when do you feel most comfortable?
Honestly, either in bed at home,
Mm-hmm.
watching my little series, or like when I have like, I suppose comfortable and confident kind of tie in with me.
Yeah.
Like when I'm confident, I feel comfortable. So like if I have a really good outfit on, I'm comfortable and I'm confident. Because I usually like, if
Yes.
I'm never putting on an uncomfortable outfit. Like I'm never gonna wear a corset that's gonna like not let me breathe.
Yes.
But like I could wear a corset and I could look so good, and like I'm able to breathe and I'm comfortable and I'm also confident. I think confident and comfortable go hand in hand for me.
Oh, that's such
Yeah.
a good answer, because I think you're the first one that said that actually on the podcast. Yeah, because I that's so true. Even I think for many people it's gonna be true, but you don't really think about it.
Yeah.
But when you wake up in the morning and you put that outfit that makes you feel comfortable and confident, and you
Yeah.
know that you look good for yourself, you know, and it's like that moment, oh, I'm so comfy to go off with my day and just enjoy my day and do it in a better way as well, because sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything but then you put it on and you're like, oh, I'm ready.
I feel so good. I'm like, I need to go for a walk today. Someone has to see this.
Someone has to see it.
Yeah. And like, I feel like when you're uncomfortable in an outfit, that's the only thing you're thinking about. Like if you're on a night out or like if you're at the pub having drinks
So
and
many times
you're
happens,
itchy
yeah.
or something, you're like, that's all you can think about. You're not comfortable. You're not listening to what everyone else is saying.
You're just
You're
thinking,
not feeling good.
can
You're
they
like,
see it? Can
yeah.
they see that this is horrible? Like, yeah, I know. It happens to me so many times.
It's annoying as
But
well.
I stopped doing that, honestly. And even if I'm going out, I'm genuinely wearing just what I want to wear as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't care, like, how other people are going. Often of the times I was like, oh, I need to match what my best friend is wearing. Or, you know, like, oh, I want to, if she's in a mini skirt, oh, I should wear a mini skirt. You know, this type of stuff. And now not anymore, obviously. But, you know, those thoughts like, oh, just wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, what makes you feel good and comfortable.
That's also sort of
yeah.
like a tip that I would have going back to the how could people get into it is also just wear what you feel confident and comfortable in as well. Like don't get a pair of jeans that are too tight for you.
Exactly.
You're not going to want to wear them and then that's like...
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. The last question is, where do you get inspiration for your ideas? This is not just for your business,
Yeah.
it's like in general.
Everywhere. Literally everywhere. Friends, family, people on the street. Just
Yeah.
like, it could even just be like a texture on a wall.
Oh,
I
I love
like-
that.
Most like I only really put creative stuff into like either college work, and I think
Mhm.
most of my creativity comes out in outfits. I love like styling myself. I would actually love to be a stylist. Like
Yeah.
I'd love to. There's a girl I follow on TikTok. She's owns a vintage shop as well, but she's also a stylist, and she's like an influencer or whatever.
It
and,
goes
like,
hand in hand, I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
I'd love to do that, like be able to have like proper like vintage designer and be able to like maybe rent it or like be able to like give someone like, hey Paul Mescal, do you wanna
Yes.
wear my skinny
Do you
jeans
want
or
to work
something?
with me?
Yeah.
Hello.
It'd be so cool to work with like not high end people, like
Yeah,
kind of famous
actors
people.
and cool famous people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, I think when you think about it, you have a list of people that you would like to work
Yeah.
with. You know, it's not everybody either. Like, it's just specific, I think, personas that you think your style would match theirs as well in
Yeah.
a way. And as you said, like, Paul Mescal is one of those people. Like,
not
for
that he
sure.
wears Y2K, but like
No, he's not. But I don't know if you saw recently, because I do follow his fashion journey. Like, I do. I genuinely love.
his JA shorts.
I love the Gucci thing and all
Yeah.
of this. I really truly love watching that. All of those actors that are really getting popular at the
Yeah.
moment. Well, he's very popular now.
Like Barry Keogh, he's like
yeah, definitely.
I don't know who his stylist
Outfits,
is though.
amazing. Yeah, I want to know who his stylist is as
Yeah.
well, because it's on point, like very, very on point. But yeah, we came to the end.
How
do you
sad.
feel?
It's so good. This is amazing. I don't know. I'm still in shock that I'm here. This is a dream.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.